Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for our info session for my new program, NeuroBlueprint. And I will explain in this session. I will, of course, if you first joined me today, I will introduce myself, and then I will explain about the program, how is it different. And those who joined already the program, I will explain also the outline in more detail and all some other the gifts and perks as you're participating in this open session. Also, we will do a short drawing. That's also important for those who join the program. That will give you idea what to prepare for our first class, as the first class in this program will be fundamental and we will use it. So, and with this, let's start our session. I will try to keep it around an hour, but including the drawing, I think it will be more than an hour 15 minutes, depending on the drawing. Those who joined me free session the first time, I'm Alina Smolyansky, a certified instructor of Neurographica in Neurokintsugi. With respect to being instructor of Neurographica, I've been teaching for close to 4 years. And also I'm an artist, and in the past I was a professional engineer. I have also a degree in the communications and writing. So that's why in my explanation, those who are familiar with engineering, you will understand why I add so much importance to explanation. That's my engineering background. But also I'm an artist, and I have quite a nice combination of two. Which one is more than other, I do not know, but my goal for this course, for this session today, will be how to activate and have my two hemispheres, my artistic and my intellectual side, work together. And that's probably when it's a belief as our hemispheres work together, that's the best where we have our abilities at the top. NeuroBlueprint. Those who are familiar with Neurographica and Neurographic Art, and with me, you know that I used to teach as Neurographica, strictly Neurographica courses, as I received from the founder of Neurographica, Pavel Piskarov. So those courses are excellent if you want to learn techniques, and that's what I taught. I taught techniques, how to apply it in certain conditions, of course, with examples, and how to apply on our life. But for some time, I was also thinking how to create my own signature program using this one. I'm using Neurographica or Neurographic Art. That will be, if you're familiar with this area of knowledge, that will be highly beneficial. And by the way, if you are just completely new in Neurographica, Neurographic Art, I strongly recommend to take at least one introductory course. Just that will be easier. If you have a basic user, if you have a foundation, it will be easier. But even if you're familiar with Neurographica, that will be helpful. So even if I try to make it easy, but still, considering my background, I have very strong connection with Neurographica. And whether even if I want to simplify it, I still use Neurographica. This NeuroBlueprint is idea behind it is to have as a series of programs. Program is something that designed with idea and connection. So the series of programs. The first one is, of course, dealing with self-image, as self-image is fundamental. I've been studying thoroughly for the last half a year, starting February, and especially in April. And I realized whatever we do, whatever our goals are, whatever our aspirations, we will not be able to advance if we retain the same old image, old identity. There will be part of it spiritually dealing with, but less dealing with I am, that's fundamental. That's, we do not discuss it, but we're talking about our self-image and identity, how we present ourselves in the world and what allows us to function in this world. So that primary, any business program, any are there any training I've been taking? All the self-image is the core of any training program right now. When I started Neurographica, I considered it as the missing link for me, for my understanding. But as I was continued learning Neurographica, I realized that I still required something. So this program, a NeuroBlueprint, and what I'm including it into Neurographica, explaining what I learned and what was discussed online using neuroscience, I'm going to incorporate it to back up Neurographica or all the other concepts related to self-image with science, with neuroscience. That was tremendous breakthrough in neuroscience in the last 4 years. Since I learned Neurographica, when I started on this path, and I tried to find material, I found there is so much more appeared online, even free resources and paid resources in the last 4 years. We're doing with self-image course in October. I'm planning a course related to self-image as how to uncover, how to rediscover our heart desire. That will be another course also related to NeuroBlueprint in November. Those, of course, the participant of this course will get a discount to continue with any NeuroBlueprint series, any course. I'm planning also the goal, NeuroBlueprint, related to setting goals, of course, at the beginning of the new year, 2024. And also I'm thinking about the springtime, maybe February, October, and a similar new NeuroBlueprint related to our image as a femininity, our beauty, and our health, and related mostly to confidence and women relation to life and how to be your most beautiful and healthy self. That's my general ideas. So far, another one, how this course is structured. Many of you who joined the foundation level. Foundation. This is the same course, but it has different tiers. The foundation is only 4 main lectures, 4 or maybe 5, depending if you decide to learn how to use artificial intelligence. That will be an additional session. That will be like a main theory. 4 classes with theory, with drawings, as participation in a closed Facebook group, and of course, community support. That's for everyone. Recordings available, and using new technology, I will try to provide transcripts, and even that you will be able to translate in your language. So for those who had difficulties in catching up with a spoken language, English is the main language, that will be helpful to have a transcript and even translation. So once the transcript's available, translation is done, it'll be easy to complete and use. So the 4, there will be like main 4 sessions during the month of October, with the support, with recordings, and a short review. Of course, I will have drawings, and I will make some suggestions. Not a big review, but a suggestions, if anything I find. And you will receive a certificate of attendance after submitting your drawings to show your work and commitment to this course and your self-transformation. That will be 4 sessions. The next level is advanced. Of course, we will study together on Tuesdays, all together. And the participants of the advanced course, advanced level, advanced tier, will also have additional session on Friday. That will be more question and answer, will be less formal. There will be additional drawing and technique and going in depth with studies. There will be Facebook group, of course, participation, more review of your drawings, and something else that I will include more resources will be shared, the same. Also working with a partner, accountability partner. This is like full commitment program with 4 sessions or maybe additional session plus work plus commitment. There will be a lot of work. It will be enough work for everyone, but those who advanced level and they want to really to see transformation, I suggest to join. It's my strong recommendation for everyone, especially for those who join now the foundation level. Please consider upgrading to advanced level, and you will have and I offer discount for those who join the foundation level to upgrade to your advanced level. And you have time to decide before, like when we start in October, you will have a few days to decide whether you would like to upgrade or not. It's not a requirement, it's just my recommendation, because there will be so much more. And 30 days is the minimum if you want to see any change in your brain, in your neural pathways. 30 days is probably minimum. If you can maintain the same training, the same tools, using the same tools for 40 days, that will be better. Why 30 days? And I experienced transformation when I was, before I knew anything else, before I knew any system, before I even thought about self-transformation, I had this spontaneous, it was 30 days when I was thinking, it was a long time before in my life, when by just thinking, by envisioning, by daydreaming, I completely recreated myself within 30 days. And I have a specific days. That was a long time ago, and then I never went back. I went from self-hatred, I have to admit that, to accepting myself, my appearance, my character, and anything else. No, acceptance was very much, it looked like 100% from what I was before. But of course, life took its own turn. I went ups and downs. There were ups and downs, like and everybody else, but I never went to that level that I was before that transformation. Another transformation that I experienced with my professional, with what was something to do professional, that I was dreaming again. It was a spontaneous. I knew very little about self-transformation. I knew very little about the visualization on making plans, but that took me about probably 30, 40 days. And then the results started showing later, because of, like life, it takes time. It's a matter. Even if you can change your mind, but and we'll talk about this in the program, why we can't see results right away. For the material world, it takes some time to come true, just to become visible in your life. And that's what people, because results, when they're not visible right away, within a few days, we can feel discouraged. So that's what we'll also talk about it, and consistency later. So with respect to payment, we still have early bird registration for another week until September 26th. Those who think about the course, joining sometime later, the course will be available. The NeuroBlueprint self-image course will be available, but it will be available only only at the level of foundation level. 4 weeks with participation in the Facebook group and drawing. The advanced level will not be available for anyone who, as a course. I would like to maintain the group's dynamics to have enough support. So that will not be available until next time, when I offer it sometime in the future. I'm planning to offer it sometime in the future, but not next year. So the course still will be available, like for lectures and drawings and techniques. The one that the foundation level, the foundation tier will be available as a course later, recorded. So, and those who joined elite level, they called with 2 sessions, 2 one-on-one sessions, when I will work with you, and they will be scheduled anytime you decide. And I suggest some of the session 1 sometime in the middle of the program, not right at the beginning. maybe after week 2 or 3, so you know, and the second session after the end of the program, sometime later. And we'll also I will offer support during this time with the correspondence. Space is very limited in the elite program. I made them because it takes my time, so I probably have maybe for 2 more people. So if you would like to join, you can also upgrade to that level of elite with adding 2 one-on-one sessions. But it's not necessarily something extra. So with those who you would like to join pro upgrade, but I strongly recommend taking the advanced level. Okay, so if no more questions, I will talk about the curriculum. So what to expect in the program. Yes, level 1 foundation, and if you want to upgrade, it's possible. Just please please contact me if you. Now, NeuroBlueprint series. The course outline, what to expect once we join. First of all, the drawing that we're going to do today, if I understood your question, if you took one course with this series, NeuroBlueprint, there will be discount on other courses. So within this series. And also, the participants of this program, NeuroBlueprint, will have a discount, like larger discount on my Neurographica courses. If you want to add more Neurographica, I will make it possible, and you will be able to purchase Neurographica courses, the one I taught in the past, at a discount. Okay, so now we will start. The drawing today that we do, it will be a preparation, so something to give you idea for the first course in our program. It will be in October, when we design it's called vision board, or I call it is action board, neuro action board. We will do a little sketch today, and that will be more explanation how to prepare for the beginning of this program. That will be a main tool that we are going to work with for the next 30 or better 40 days. Why 30? 30 is like the minimum that's required for the brain to start a change, and 40 days is even better. Like, not surprisingly, the many spiritual traditions considered 40 days as something that's very important, like milestone. Neuro action board or vision board, there will be a drawing that we're going to work on we design it. It will take some time to design it, and we will work with it during the course. It's like the tool that we work during the first week, and then we'll use it in the future as long as you need. As long as you need. It's not limited to 30 or 40 days. And why I explain why the importance of this specific tool. So, and today will be a preparation, the drawing exercise that we're going to do. There will be a short preparation for this class. So there will be explanation how to prepare. The advanced level on this first week will be then on Friday. The first week will also draw the tree of influence, the neuro tree of influence, when we look on the different people whom we're surrounded and how to work with it. So that will be a session, like a Friday session. And then week 2, we will start going deeper into qualities, what we would like to change. We will also discuss functional specialization, that specific brain and the brain regions of brains that are responsible for our overall design, what makes us different. And that will help you understand what it's possible to change, to add, and what will be more challenging to change. The area of the brain that you have most developed, and this is giving at birth, determines your life. So that it's a very interesting and controversial area. but you have, if you it predetermines your inclination in life. So that's very important. And if you know, if you can design and find out early in your life, consider that you opened that your treasure is like a gold mine. So we will talk about it this in our week 2, and that finding the importance, how to maintain the quality. So we will talk about how to initiate this change, but it's mostly like theory. And if you know that some techniques that will be easy to implement in the drawings, but the theory is more important explanation. There will be, of course, visualization, there will be affirmations, and how to write affirmations and how to use affirmations. Week 3 is very important in terms of how much energy we need. Any change requires a lot of energy. Of course, we can visualize, we can ask higher forces, higher authorities, but we will discuss what actions in our life and what behavior in our life contributes to accumulation of energy and storing energy, and what drains our energy. And the topic could be prepared controversial, and we will also do 2 drawings on our main session, that energy drainers and boosters. That's one of them will be how to reduce those negative impact from our environment using the drawing, and also energy gathering spirals. Those drawings that I'm thinking, there will be 2 drawings. It's a big session. Finding our desire, like referring to how to work on the image, is very important. That it's almost not difficult to separate, but I still decided to work on the self-image as the main element and what we do in life. Now, and then we come to session week. This is week 3. The importance, and will be importance to maintain. We will also, in the session on Friday, week 3, we will talk about why it's so much important to maintain that constant determination. And then the week 4 finally will be, is more like oriented towards the future, and we will discuss how what our heart desire and our innermost desires can affect our image. And that will be more like I would call it a teaser about the next course that I'm planning in November, about finding one fundamental desire that revealing it and using the tools that will be in November. So that will be helpful to working with a deep desire and self-image, creating a new image, new identity. Yeah. And the drawings will be related to sacred geometry as an importance, as a beauty, as using the NeuroBlueprint of a perfect image with our own personal imprint. And then in session 4, there will be the importance of within week 4 will be a second session for the advanced level. We will talk about the circle of life and the energy, giving and receiving energy. And one more session that I wanted to mention, it's not part of this course. During the course, I will mention the usage of artificial intelligence. There are free tools. Also using apps, such as for vision boards and for affirmations. I tried some of them and they can be helpful. So if you're interested, if you use technology, that will be really helpful, especially the one I used for affirmation. You just record your affirmations and you use it. You can turn it on and use it like in a loop. Even you can fall asleep with it. And so that I used. And vision boards is also quite interesting. I used Pinterest as a vision board. So that all new technology will be using to complement your, we'll be using all the tools available, the best tools that we can find to create this self-image. And please remember why it's just only the beginning, because working on self-image is always, you have a new goal, and that will be new self-image. So why is also self-image the importance of, we will talk about on session 1, why it's so important in everyday life. It's not an official session. I am thinking about how to use artificial intelligence, specifically ChatGPT, as your personal coach. So if those who are interested will be like, it's not part of the course, but it will be included. And if you registered, of course, will be discount for those who would like to listen to that information. During the summertime, I used ChatGPT as my personal coach. Sometimes I have questions. I used it now, artificial intelligence, for writing, for helping me to write those beautiful posts and beautiful letters. Of course, all the ideas are mine. The tool is free. There's a version, and that will be very affordable coach. Like, of course, nothing can be as a real human being, but considering how much database, how much information is included, and those are tools, they're excellent to use. And it's very interesting. And now for those who want to upgrade to the next level, typically the price is to upgrade is between so those who send me explanation why they couldn't attend, and I will get in touch with them directly. So you have time to think. You do not need to decide right now. Please think about it. You have 6 days, this price, and you always can contact me and we discuss personally our drawing. So we have another maybe half an hour to do our first drawing and get ready for our course. Participants of my NeuroBlueprint program will get a discount on my Neurographica courses. And if no more questions right now, we will switch the camera to my drawing room, and we will start our drawing, our first short drawing. So I continue drawing with my blue colors, NeuroBlueprint. Okay, some reason I feel like drawing with using blue colors. You can use any colors you want, and this is less Neurographic drawing, or it's more like a working drawing. So you can use even pencils, drawings, whatever so you feel comfortable. No colors matters, and I assume that everybody knows a little bit now about Neurographica or NeuroArt. So I will not explain anything about Neurographica or Neurographic art. So first, I would like you to think about, let's say, like yourself. So what's the most important aspect? You can use symbols, you can use figures. And I just will use a fine liner for sketching. So in position yourself, so I suggest, so the theme is new me, my new identity, my self-image, how I want to be, what I would like to be. You can also, this is a goal to creating self-image, but this will also help if you think about a goal, if you have, why are you doing, to feel happy, to be healthy. So you need think at the background, you have an intention, what do you want. Okay, so for me, as I mentioned, I just decide to identify myself as is my hand. This is me right now, my image. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I would like to see myself, and I use symbols in our course, we will be able to use also images like collage, like working with images. What I think about myself in this case, what I want a combination of my mind working as an imbalanced way, like left and right hemisphere. And the symbol, like if you think about like two brains, there will be two hemispheres typically in the position like this, kind of an apple or walnut. And I will use a symbol of infinity. Also two halves in it. So please, if you think about yourself in the image, for everything I do, I consider the work of my brain, because it's responsible. It's like for everything we do. That's why that's what my self-image. So, and I would like to think, and I invite you to think about important areas like qualities, your qualities, what you would like to change. Probably 5, 6, 5 would be a good one number. Think about these qualities. So the qualities I was, I will write them. No, of course, the first one, health, vitality. It's given like high energy. So that's without it, healthy, energetic image person. Well, I have to admit that my image is very much connected with my professional life, so I cannot separate them. For this particular purpose, especially if I have a goal to accomplish, it's in the back of my mind. I have a goal, but I'm not talking about it. I'm just keeping it. And for me, I would call it determination or drive, or courage. It's something that consistency, determination, something that inspires me, that drive, makes me move forward. This driving force behind everything. And especially for me, it's a consistency and determination. Why consistency is important also we'll discuss during the course. And I understand why my working on self-image didn't work before for me. For me, and also idea about its importance, it's self-awareness. And it's mostly like related the question I am. Whom am I? If I'm doing something, it's being aware. Being is not so much a control, but being able to detach myself and work on my own, and being able to observe and change. So this one, self-awareness, which is called, if you know, like I am, as a state of being, will enable you to detach yourself from something, like let's say old, and transfer something new. Also, qualities that I would like to acquire, to build in this new image is to please understand me. They exist in me right now, but I would like them to be more, develop them more. So they become inseparable for me. 4 is wholeheartedness. You could mention this like passion, your interest, when you commitment, when you do something, you do completely. And I've also quality 5. I can think about now. Of course, it's imagination. Depending on your life, depending on your role of life, it could be being a loving person, caring, being responsible, the qualities that you really would like to see in yourself, the core quality. Okay. So with this 5 qualities, I will think about them. Like I return to my drawing and think about them, how they're, and I describe them, like identify them with figures on this drawing. So what would be like on the list? The first one, health. Well, that's important. That there's nothing can be done without health and energy. Pretty good. And I just use my hand to draw it. So that would be like 1. Let's circle how I feel about it. I feel very good. There's improvement, but I wouldn't mind to something more improve, but I'm feeling pretty confident about my health. This is the first 2 figures. It's how I'm feeling about those qualities now. The second one was about drive and decisiveness, courage. Those are important for me in my, not only in my life, but mostly in my business. And that is kind of sort of okay, but not as much with determination, decisiveness, it's not as to the level I want them to be. So on the 3 one, there was a passion, wholeheartedness. Oh no, 3 was self-awareness. Yeah, that's so there's 2, 3. And then the next one is wholeheartedness, passion. What I would like it now, I'm thinking, yes, but for me, it's also important. I would also call it like a faith, so-called, like in a believe in myself and what I'm doing. And that's at a level sort of not as great as I would like it to be. It fluctuates. And my hand shows how I'm feeling about it right now. I feel on the surface, I feel fine, but surprisingly how I'm surprised how small the circle is. And then imagination. I had always wanted it to be. Wow, and I'm really surprised. I feel like I have one more quality that I would like to add, as I have like I will use it for unknown, just in case I think of something. As typically in Neurographica, this is more like diagnostic drawing. How are you feeling about it right now? Look at the drawing and think about whether you are satisfied with those with the size of your fingers. So thinking about myself, I will start adding. I am thinking. About my brain neural pathways. I'll just feel it in the line. Now I will look at those qualities that I would like to incorporate in my image and the size of them. The first one was health and vitality. Yeah, I'm satisfied, but I can imagine how can I feel better about it. Whether I'm satisfied with the size of the circle, I probably can make it a little bit bigger. And to make it bigger, how to make it? I want to use it to reaffirm myself. Why can't I draw the bigger? Well, I can, but it feels like I'm within this area. Right now, my hand will not allow me to draw a bigger figure, a stronger. And I will feel like a confirmation myself. I will look in the past and to reinforce my belief in this particular area myself. And I think about the moment I felt like physically, emotionally like my best. And it doesn't matter what it was related to, and it doesn't matter when it was in time, back in time. Yeah, it was one. I recalled my moment, and so I'm trying to get this emotional response. So I visualize, I transport myself at that time when I felt my best, like physically, emotionally, and well, maybe spiritually also. And everything seemed possible. So, and with this feeling, I don't want to look at it. I will close my eyes and draw the figure. Aha. Now, the second one is my decisiveness, determination, drive. And then when my health figure, I was satisfied, but with this one, I'm much less satisfied with the size of it and how I view myself at this moment. And I will do the same. I recall instance in my life, doesn't matter when it was, related to what, And I will transport myself in that state when I felt the best in this particular way, when I felt so sure of myself, courageous, decisive, and full of determination. So I'm looking for confirmation in my past for this feeling. So when I recall the moment, I briefly felt what I could see there, what I felt. It was a moment when I was asked to do a graduation speech from university, and that was the moment, very powerful moment, when I felt it wasn't me who was talking, but something was talking through me. It's a very powerful moment, and it was everybody felt that. Now I know I even have goosebumps on my skin right now just recalling it, and I know I'm sure I can do that. Yeah, I can do much better than this. Wow. Okay, I will continue. My 3 was self-awareness. I am and for me, it's easy to remember than the first time when I felt that, realized myself that it was a particular morning, and I remember. So I will probably very, very interesting feeling. If you ever experience that separation between identity and something more, is very bright, because it was happened to me the first time. So, well, so the self-awareness, it was called wholeheartedness and faith, even faith in passion, but passion enough. But what I mean, for me, it's probably commitment, well, being able to continue no matter what, commitment with whole heart, and continue. That's it. Similar to this one that I was talking about, per se, drive, determination. It seems like they're the same, but for me, I know the difference. No, the moment was not a specific moment. There was a combination of, it was many moments. So when I felt that I will do, actually, it's interesting. This moment was that I recalled right now, that came to my memory. It was not about professional life, but there was a sense of feeling that I transported myself to that morning and how I felt that I knew it will be. I assumed that will be the way I want. It's assumption. I knew it. They didn't. It seems impossible at that time, but I knew it will be. It was a complete, like a moment of absolute faith in how it would be. Hey, and that it came true. And now with this moment, I use it. Well, it's not as big as I felt it. So what is I could share with why my hand restrained myself. And next time I should probably use like a larger paper. I felt restrained by this paper size. And even if I wanted to I closed my eyes, but when at the last moment I opened and I put constraints on myself. So next time when you do this, please consider that you use a larger size paper so that you're not constrained like what I did right now. And the 5-1 was imagination. Well, imagination. There are many moments that I used. Actually exceeded what I felt today, but it's nice. I will probably leave it this circle as it is. And then the one that I used for miracle, I don't know what it was. I just used this pair. I just leave it a little bit large. So here we are. That's our, what we call in Neurographica. We use Neurographica terms composition. This is our drawing. And what we will continue, of course, we will connect. And I will also use the lines to diffuse those lines. When there is no indication, so I try to diffuse the lines that will be formed. And it will be a feedback. So you energy goes out, this area, and then it, of course, it comes back. And the same is here. So I fill those areas with my awareness, my consciousness, acknowledge them with my neurographic lines. Some circles could be connected. And rounding. There's no challenge, no conflict in this drawing. So please, rounding, you can do as much as you feel comfortable. And you connect with the environment. I will use finer lines to connect to the environment. Yes, the focus here is on me, my self-image. And I will continue working with the areas. So we're almost at the end of the class. So, and you will complete your drawing on your own, like following your knowledge, based on your knowledge of Neurographic Art, Neurographica, and I will add my finished drawing to the. I will share my finished drawing, and I will include it in the final version of this video, in the edited version. It's more like a simple drawing, working drawing, not a beautiful work of art. It's just like a sketch, preliminary sketch. And I also would like you to think, if you joined the course or you're planning to join, please think about this idea, your qualities that you would like to see in yourself in your new image. And you can, if you join the course, please look for images. We will create a vision board, known as vision board, but we call it neuro action board, that will help with visualization. Images that will support what you want to see in yourself and your qualities. Lines, final lines that connect with the environment. It says acknowledge being conscious of what surrounds me. So with respect to colors, I'm not sure about the colors. Not right now. I may leave it like one color because it's like as a sketch, but I will definitely add field lines because field lines have a lot of meaning here. So that, and the meaning behind the field lines here, that way, if we use only our effort, on personal effort, we can achieve, of course, much. Depends how much effort we apply. But when we use the field lines and we so-called align our forces with the universe, we give ourselves, we more like acknowledging and surrender. We have this idea, we have intention, the final result. But we're not forcing anything else, and we let nature take its own course. We're accepting. And these field lines from the center, that my acceptance and desire to work with forces, universe. So I use them from myself. Now, using the existing lines, it's very interesting why my hand doesn't want to draw the field line on its own. It just completely aligned with using my lines. My lines, just adding extra lines from to explain it. The rule, I do not see any final figure. That there's a process. Self-image, designing self-image is a process. Or maybe not. I just when I said this, I can see that everything is different forces, but of course everything comes to the figure of my brain, the work that happens in the brain. So I will round intersections as usual. And I will continue working on this. I feel like I need to pay more attention to all these areas and to add more lines, neurographic lines. And round and pay more attention to rounding. Well, welcome back. I hope you had some ideas to what we are planning to do. And I strongly suggest that you will think about this your drawing, and please spend some time thinking about the qualities that you would like to, so what you would like to have, how you would like to change your identity to accomplish what you want in your life, like as a goal. And also gathering, if you're part of this the group, please prepare some images as we're going to work with them and add them to our drawing, like a kind of a collage. And also suggest working on a larger paper, not letter size 8.5 by 11, not like a traditional print paper, something more, something please larger. The larger, like the more impact will be. The more if you feel comfortable for drawing and designing. Yes, images from magazines online. So if you think about, like, for example, health, you might imagine like, it could be from nature, or it could be like a very healthy, like energetic person when you can relate to. Or it could be an image of you sometime when you felt particularly in top of your health and energy. If you think about, images are abstract, but something like look for images that will symbolize the state that you're looking for. Yes, like a real vision board, like real. If not, you can also use writing, but it's less effective. We are visual creatures. It's easy to relate something visual, like images. Yeah, I know it's abstract, but if you think about like, yeah, it's possible to work with words, but images are stronger. So try to find something in this time. And also, when you start looking, that will make you think more about it. And there's something that to think more, to spend more time on this the question, this intention. So that's where we're starting working on this, on our image from now. So think what you want. So if no more questions for now, we can finish this session. And if any questions, please feel free to contact me or share and ask questions also in the group. By the way, I will create a group specifically for this course, and I will invite everyone to join. Well, we will have a closed group for participants of the NeuroBlueprint course. And of course, I will look forward to seeing your drawings. Thank you so much for joining, and I look forward to our adventure together when we'll begin on Tuesday, the 3rd of October. Enjoy your time, get ready, and all the best to you. Thank you.